القوي وأنتم الضعفاء. I feel like something's gonna get me from behind. What the This is already starting off to be crazy.
Some videos are strange. Others are downright impossible to explain. From abandoned places to late-night encounters, these clips capture moments that make you question what's really out there. Here are 10 creepy abandoned places with terrifying secrets.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Whenever a homeowner tries to sell a house for just $100, any smart buyer knows something is seriously wrong. And in this case, the owner himself ends up revealing exactly why he wants the place gone as fast as possible. The footage shows him walking through the house at night, flashlight in hand, nerves already on edge. The home clearly hasn't been lived in for ages. Dust everywhere. Silence thick enough to choke on. As he moves room to room, he's startled again and again by loud, unexplained noises.
Bismillah! Bismillah! Bismillah!
Doors slam shut on their own. He panics when one particular door begins opening and closing repeatedly, violently, like something unseen is pacing behind it. Eventually, everything suddenly stops. The house goes quiet. Too quiet. He slowly returns to check the door, only to find nothing. No strings, no airflow, no reason it should have been moving at all. But the nightmare doesn't end there. He continues filming, capturing a light fixture swinging wildly from the ceiling, as if someone had just hit it. Moments later, glass shatters. Speaking in foreign language, it becomes painfully obvious. This homeowner is sharing his space with a full-blown poltergeist.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
And after years of abandonment and one desperate $100 price tag, no one is willing to move in. When this urban explorer stepped into an abandoned building, he was probably hoping to capture something cool for his channel. Maybe some old rooms, some forgotten objects, nothing too wild. But he definitely didn't expect to walk out with footage this terrifying. The video begins with him moving through pitch-black, crumbling rooms, his flashlight barely cutting through the darkness. Every corner looks untouched for years. Peeling walls, broken floors, debris scattered everywhere. The deeper he goes, the braver he gets, pushing aside junk to see what's hiding behind it. But then, things take a turn.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
In one doorway, a housecoat hanging from the frame suddenly begins to sway on its own. Slow at first, then more and more. Speaking in foreign language. Confused, he steps toward the room, only to hear a lock on the opposite door rattling violently, like something trapped is desperately trying to force its way out.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. هذا كيف؟ بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
He pushes the door open, and that's when a chair flips over by itself. No strings, no wind, no twig, just thrown. He bolts out in panic. When he tries to enter another room, the door slams shut directly in his face. Whatever is in that building doesn't want company. Or maybe opening that locked door released something that should have stayed sealed forever. This next piece of footage comes from CCTV cameras at a Thai temple, and it's left viewers absolutely chilled. The video begins with a small child running around the temple grounds late at night. Nothing unusual at first, until another camera angle reveals something impossible. As the child runs toward a metal handrail, they don't stop, they don't jump, they don't go around it. They pass straight through the solid barrier. The movement is smooth and natural, captured in real time. No glitches, no cuts. That single moment has convinced many viewers that this is a ghost child caught on camera. Some believe the spirit is lost and confused, trapped in a loop tied to the temple's past, still wandering, unaware they ever left this world. A chilling video uploaded by TikTok user elkukui.tv is making the rounds online. And this one might show something far more unsettling than anyone expected. The clip was reportedly filmed in a rural town already known for Nawal sightings. And according to locals, strange things had been happening for weeks. Goats, chickens, and even guard dogs were disappearing overnight, with zero tracks, zero noise, zero explanation. After losing more animals than they could afford, one resident finally set up a security camera outside their home, hoping to catch a thief, or at least figure out what was stalking their property. What the camera captured instead is straight out of folklore. At first, we see a small, shadowy creature moving from left to right across the screen. It's low to the ground, shaped almost like a dog or a cat, and its movements look completely natural. Nothing unusual, until it steps beneath a lonely streetlight. That's when the creature suddenly rises upright, its body stretching, shifting, and reshaping into what looks disturbingly like the outline of a human figure. There's no glitch, no cut, no sudden darkness, just a smooth, eerie transition caught in real time. In Mexican and Central American folklore, a Nawal, or Nahual, is a human believed to possess the supernatural ability to transform into an animal. Some legends describe them as protectors. Others fear them as dark shapeshifters who steal livestock or cause misfortune under the cover of night. So, is this video proof of an ancient myth still walking among us? A trick of the light? Or just a brilliantly executed hoax? What do you think was caught on that camera? Let me know in the comments. Hospitals are already one of the most common places for hauntings. People spend their final moments behind those walls, and sometimes they don't really leave. And if ordinary hospitals are known for ghosts, then abandoned hospitals are practically guaranteed to deliver something terrifying. In this footage from YouTuber the FAM, he accepts the challenge to spend the night inside an abandoned hospital in Miami, Florida. And almost immediately, the building makes it clear he's not alone. Not long after he steps inside, loud, strange noises start echoing behind him.
I feel like something's gonna get me from behind. What the This is already starting off to be crazy.
He keeps glancing over his shoulder, convinced someone, or something, is stalking him. Yet he pushes deeper into the hospital as the unexplained sounds continue following him.
Whoa. What the? Whoa, it's water. Oh, gosh. That freaked me out a little bit. Oh! What the is that?
Eventually, he reaches an old door labeled, "Don't Open, Inside." As his camera focuses on it, the door slowly creaks open, completely on its own. He presses forward, but the banging noises grow louder, boxes crashing. Then the camera finally captures something chilling, a tall, human-shaped shadow with a bizarrely large head standing down the hallway. It stays perfectly still, then walks across the corridor. The explorer never notices it. He later reaches the morgue, where an unexpected injury forces him to leave before sunrise. Was it just a fall, or did something in that hospital give him a final warning? A TikTok video uploaded by user MQ_Studio17 has left viewers stunned, uneasy, and questioning whether the explorer in the clip walked straight into something he never should have disturbed. The footage, believed to be filmed somewhere in China, shows a man wandering through a seemingly abandoned building. At first, he's bold, even taunting any spirits that might be lurking in the shadows, laughing as if nothing could touch him. That confidence fades fast. He heads down a flight of stairs and reaches a lower level partially flooded with dark, murky water. His flashlight scans the surface, revealing only soft ripples. Ripples that look like they're coming from behind him. He spins around. Nothing. As the tension builds, he keeps filming. Suddenly, his flashlight catches something. In a small room nearby, a shadowy humanoid figure stands completely still, clearly visible, clearly shaped like a person, and very clearly not there a moment ago. He panics, looks up the stairwell for a split second, then turns back, and the figure has vanished. Heart pounding, he bolts up the stairs, only to gather his courage and head down again minutes later. That's when the camera captures one more disturbing detail. From the corner of the frame, a pale shape glides just beneath the surface of the water. It moves smoothly, silently, and disappears just as fast as it appeared. A hand? A creature? A trick of light? Whatever it was, it leaves the man, and millions of viewers, shaken. One thing's certain. This is one of the creepiest explorations to surface in a long time, and it raises far more questions than answers. Instagram user Andrew, who runs TRF Hobby, recently captured something eerie deep in the woods of rural Minnesota. In the quiet forest, a small, rusted railway carriage suddenly appears, gliding smoothly down the track. No engineer, no passengers, no engine noise. No visible source of power at all. The clip went viral instantly.
Doesn't look like anybody's driving either. Nope. Well, that can't be good.
With viewers calling it everything from a haunted rail car to a full-on ghost train. Some joked they'd hop on and see where it leads. Others said absolutely not. Andrew is part of the private Sandhills Central Railway, a group that preserves old Minnesota rail lines. So he knows these tracks better than most. But even he wasn't expecting to see one of these vintage maintenance cars drifting forward, completely on its own.
Nope. Well, that can't be good.
So what was it? A loose push car rolling by chance? A gust of wind that shouldn't be strong enough? Or something stranger? An echo from Minnesota's industrial past, still traveling the tracks long after everyone else stopped. TikTok user Lace872 shared a video her sister sent. Nothing spooky, just a casual clip showing off the new pool lights at night. The family is laughing, the water looks calm, and everything seems completely normal. But when she watched the footage again, something stood out. In the background, across the pool where her niece is standing, a dark figure suddenly darts from left to right, fast. No one at the pool saw anything that night. No one reacted. No one mentioned a thing. It wasn't until the video was replayed later that they realized something strange had been caught on camera. When the clip is slowed down, the figure becomes much clearer. A shape that shouldn't be there, moving in a way no shadow should. So what do you think? A fleeting spirit passing by, or just a trick of the light? If you're young and don't have a place of your own, abandoned buildings can feel like the perfect hideout, far away from parents, neighbors, and anyone who might interrupt your night. That's exactly what this young couple had in mind when they set up a cozy fire outside an old, decaying house deep in the woods. From the looks of the place, they weren't the first to use it as a secret hangout. Graffiti covers the walls, layers of initials, symbols, and rebellious tags left behind by countless late-night visitors. The couple probably thought they were completely alone out there, until the young man suddenly freezes, staring into the darkness. With only the flicker of the campfire, he can't tell what he saw. He quickly urges his girlfriend to turn on the flashlight, hoping to confirm whether it was just his imagination.
Frank, bring la flashlight. Vite, bring la flashlight. Fuck, c'était quoi? C'est où?
The moment the light snaps on, the camera captures a brief, chilling glimpse. A humanoid figure peeking from behind a tree. It vanishes instantly, slipping back into the shadows. Believing the creature ran into the abandoned house, the young man grabs the flashlight and rushes inside. The atmosphere shifts, quiet, damp, and thick with tension. He sweeps the beam across the room, calling out softly. Then he sees it again, near a doorway.
It shows now. You.
That same figure appears for a split second, before ducking behind the wall and disappearing completely. The footage doesn't reveal many details. No clear face, no features, just enough to know one thing. Whatever they caught on camera that night, it wasn't human. In this short but deeply unsettling footage, a group of urban explorers heads into an abandoned house, hoping to capture something supernatural on camera. At first, everything seems like your typical late-night adventure, until a strange, animal-like bleating sound echoes through the dark halls. The group laughs nervously, unsure whether it's a prank, an animal, or something far worse. They move deeper inside. But no matter where they point their flashlights, there's no source for the sound. The bleating grows louder, more agitated, almost like it's reacting to their presence. Then, for just a split second, the camera's light catches something. The outline of a stooped figure lurking in the darkness, watching them. The figure retreats into the shadows just as quickly, and chaos breaks out. The bleeding intensifies, now mixed with the terrified screams of the explorers. Someone bolts for the exit, the camera shaking wildly as they sprint back to the car. Once inside the vehicle, the nightmare isn't over. Scratching begins at the door, and then bleeding right outside. A door opens, a final distant scream. Then the footage cuts out. What do you think these explorers encountered that night? Let me know in the comments. In late October, in the southern uplands of Scotland, two hikers set out for an overnight stay in an old shepherd's bothy, a stone shelter dating back to the mid-1800s. A violent storm was already rolling in, but they pressed on, unaware they were about to be trapped in one of the region's most notoriously haunted places. Inside, the building looked harmless. A small kitchen, bunk beds, and candles left behind by previous visitors. But the history of this bothy was far from peaceful. Hikers over the years had reported screams echoing through the halls, strange movements in the dark, and even the face of a stranger staring through the windows at night. One man had been so terrified he lost control of his body on the spot. As daylight faded and the storm intensified, the first sign of trouble appeared.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really believe a lot of that stuff anyway, so... But it feels like, I know when people walk into it, they kind of go, oh, it feels up. But it didn't feel like there's no bad vibe or energy in here. But
there's no bad juju or anything.
I mean, the only thing that kind of would be a bit spooky, I think, at night, there's no blinds or anything on the windows, so looking out there when it's pitch black, you might...
Without anyone touching them, tools hanging on a wall shifted and swung on their own. The hikers tried to laugh it off. Wind, they said. Storm pressure, maybe. Once darkness settled and the gusts outside hit nearly 50 miles per hour, the real activity began. Inside the locked bothy, a heavy wooden door slowly pushed open, then slammed shut with enough force to shake the room. Minutes later, a chair on the far side of the building began sliding across the floor by itself.
Yeah, but I still don't believe it was the wind, but it's the only... when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no, it's the only rational explanation, even though... Nah. I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? So, I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
Each event happened while the men were inside, alone, with every window sealed against the storm.
Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done. Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. 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 I'm out. Oh, shit. I'm out of here. No. No.
They tried to rationalize everything. The wind, the old structure, and the pressure changes. But nothing matched what they were seeing. For hours, they sat trapped inside a freezing, pitch-black bothy, while something moved through the rooms with them. By morning, the storm finally broke. They packed quickly and left. I am pretty sure they are not going to be forgetting about this night anytime soon. So, what do you think? Were these moments real, staged, or something far stranger? Every clip raises its own questions, and none of them come with easy answers. One thing's certain, the world is a lot weirder than we like to admit. If you've seen something creepy of your own, drop it in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep your camera ready.